guys, it's Ahmer here. So today we have another update video on this series where I take you along with me on this collection journey of trying to grow this video game collection, trying to add more games to the collection on a budget, on the low, in today's time, just going out there and hunting at flea markets, thrift stores, yard sales, Facebook Marketplace, and anywhere that you can potentially find video games at for such amazing deals. So if you guys have been following along, you'll know that I have found some amazing scores over these past few months or so that I have actually been doing this and kind of keeping you guys along with me on this journey. So I have found anything ranging from Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, all the way through Sega, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast. I have found some amazing finds out there for some very low prices, surprisingly. So this is still possible. You can go out there and game hunt. You can find deals, and you don't have to overpay or pay top dollar. So let's go ahead and see what I found this week. So to go ahead and recap everything, over this past week, I had about $260 carrying over from last week into this week, and I also decided to sell a couple of those items. So last week we found that box Nintendo Wii system, and I just went ahead and posted that with that dollar Wii Sports game that I found at Goodwill. I decided to bundle everything together with the box, and I quickly sold it for $125. So that was definitely a great profit of only spending about $50 on that, well, $51 on that. So that was definitely a great profit, and that actually carried over to this week. And then I also decided to sell that GameCube system that I found. Now that one is a silver variant. It came with 2 off-brand controllers, all of the cables, and even though they said that there was not a game included, I found that Pokemon Coliseum game in there, only spending $20 on the system and finding $100 and some game inside. So I decided that I would keep that game in the collection and try and hold out to find a complete copy with the box and the manual included. So I'm still actively trying to find that one to go ahead and safely display that little game disc, kind of store it for now, and then just have the game disc with the case on display. So that was definitely a great find last week. So if you guys have not seen that video, make sure you guys check that one out because that was really awesome to find. And then I decided to sell that system for about $75 and keep the game itself. So only spending $20 on that and making a profit is just great. So we have $200 extra rolling on top of our $260. So with $460, we have so much room to go out there and game hunt to try and find some amazing scores. So this week, I found tons of Xbox related items. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So first up, this right here was actually part of a trade, so I didn't actually pay anything for this. If you guys saw last week's video, you'll know that I traded some of my Dreamcast items to a game store. I ended up selling some. I made about over $300 or so on all of that. And then I went ahead and I traded a buddy of mine some of those games, and in return he traded me those Nintendo 64 complete in box games and ones that I could just add the games to. So he found that for only $1 each. And then he actually found this right here. So this is DJ Hero 2, and this is for the Xbox 360. So this is going to go great with today's pickup. It says bring the party home with 2 turntables and a microphone. So this one right here is pretty cool. So this is pretty much everything that you need for this DJ Hero 2 game. So this one is pretty sweet. You can switch it up as well. So everything that's pictured on the back, it says spin, scratch, and sing together. So we have 2 different ones along with the microphone, which is featured right in the center here. So I was pretty excited to score this as I don't have one of these in the game collection. I was more into those Guitar Hero style games, not really this DJ Hero, but I figured that having this one, this might be a fun little party game if people actually come over and we could go ahead and switch things up. So this one's pretty cool. It says over 80 original mixes featuring Lady Gaga, Eminem, and just so many other people. So this is definitely pretty cool. Then to go ahead and show off some of the other items here. So here I actually have a whole stack of games that I picked up from a Goodwill, and these were all on sale. So they're marked for about $2.29. So even with the sale price, we'll just go ahead and make them $2 each. That way it's easy to count, even though I paid a little bit less for these, but we'll just factor in a little bit of tax and things like that. So onto this stack. It's not very often that I see tons of these Xbox 360 games out there at the Goodwill. They usually have a lot of Wii games, and they have some older sports titles. So anytime that I find these games that aren't sports titles, I definitely have to pick them up, and I can potentially bundle them with some systems that I may have scored that we'll see later in this video, or I could potentially add them to the game collection if I don't already own them. So up first we have this copy of Halo Reach, and this one is pretty cool. It says bonus Spartan Recon helmet. So this one is a little bit of a different variant if I don't already have it. And all of these games were pretty complete with the manual and the game disc, and they're all in very great shape. It's definitely difficult to find some of these games with really great looking discs, as sometimes you find them a little bit beat up. Then we have this copy of Thief. Onto Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which I love playing this series. It's always a great one. I don't specifically remember this game right here. It says, I have always fought alone. Okay, I do remember this one. Then we have this one right here, which is surprisingly one that is going up in price. We have this Connect Rush Disney, a Pixar Adventure. So anytime that I see these Disney games, I definitely have to pick them up, because whether I have them or not, these ones are going up in price. Then we have this copy of Call of Duty Ghosts. So not one of the better ones. Then we have this Assassin's Creed Revelations. 2 Assassins, 1 Destiny. Onto this one. I love this game. This is Injustice Gods Among Us, the Ultimate Edition. So this one has 6 new playable characters, over 30 new skins, and 60 Star Labs missions. So I love playing these games. They're always so much fun. I think I went through and I beat this one pretty quick. Then we have this 007, Quantum of Solace. So I used to love these games on the original Xbox. I used to play them all the time. And then of course you can't beat that classic on the Nintendo 64. Then we have a copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The best-selling franchise in Xbox 360 history is back. Onto this Tom Clancy game, we have Ghost Recon Future Soldier. This is the Signature Edition. Then this copy of Medal of Honor. Onto Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This right here is actually still sealed. This is Dance Central 3. It has several clearance stickers on it from like Target, but this was also found at Goodwill. Then onto this National Geographic Challenge. Never ever seen this game, but I figured it was one I would need in the collection. And then the last game that I actually found at Goodwill, we have this Need for Speed Rivals. Love this series. I love this game. I think I had this one pre-ordered back in the day, and I just really enjoyed this one, where you kind of race as either this vehicle or you can play on the other side. So it says play both sides of the law with unique cars, gameplay, and pursuit tech. So this one was really fun. So having these games right here, about $2 each, we have about $30 invested in these games so far. So that takes our total that we came into this week down a bit. And then everything else that you're about to see, I actually scored by using a very helpful tip. So if you are meeting someone to buy something, don't just leave. Always ask them, hey, do you have anything else? Because the answer might shock you, and that's exactly what happened here. I went there to pick up a TI-99 system, an older system. We won't even include that in this series. I picked that up for only $50. It came with the system, all of these wires, cables, tons of games, tons of literature, tons of books, papers, everything else. So they had the listing for $50, and I quickly jumped on it because it's one that I definitely would like to grow, as I do collect some of the older video game computers and systems, and I really like playing those. So I saw that they had that listed for sale, and I figured I'd ask them if they were looking to get rid of anything else, and they said that they had some Xbox 360 stuff, and they just kept bringing out boxes. So I asked them how much they wanted for everything, and they figured about $50. Since the TI-99 was posted for $50, they would go ahead and just post everything else for $50. So I was very excited. I didn't even have to see everything, and I just said yes. So here we actually have a couple of these systems, and of course they come with the hard drives. They came with all of the wires and cables and everything else. So these ones are not destroyed with the red ring of death. They actually do function. And then this one has a pretty cool faceplate on it. So this one has this little Ravens faceplate for the NFL. So this company, Mad Catz, always did that. They did it with the controllers. Then with these faceplates, they pretty much have them for every single sports team. So I thought that that was pretty cool, and I figured that I would potentially keep one of these in the collection, as I don't actually have one of these variants, and I definitely don't have that faceplate. And then I figured that potentially I could go ahead and sell one to try and get some of the money back. So then they also had, along with everything that I would potentially need, they had tons of extras. So they had a little charging dock for the controllers, these little battery packs that you just put in there. So this one is a rechargeable battery pack. They had all of these cables right here to go ahead and plug everything in and hook it up to the TV. Then there were several sets of controllers. So we have this one right here. We just have a basic black controller. We have a white controller. We have a red controller, which I don't have in the collection just yet. And then we even have this black controller. This one is a wired controller. So I thought that that was pretty cool that I got all of this stuff so far. And I didn't even see the games yet. Then this is one of the items that was included. This is the outer box cover for the game. So this would be Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013. Then as you can tell, it comes with this gun. So all new Top Shot Fearmaster. So this has a built-in heartbeat and motion stability sensors for an exhilarating hunting experience. So this was definitely pretty sweet, as it came with this gun right here. So we have all of these little joysticks, the buttons, everything else for this. So this is definitely pretty sweet, and it has some more controls on it with more buttons. So I thought that this one was really cool, just to add to the collection, because I don't have one of these. I have several of these for the Nintendo Wii system, and I actually just picked one of those up. So this one is definitely pretty cool. And then along with this gun, it looks like we have this little sensor bar that you just go ahead and put up there. You just put a battery in it, and I believe that that's what this actually connects to. You just kind of shoot at this, which you would put on top of your TV or your TV stand. So this is definitely pretty sweet right here. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a deal if I didn't find any games with it. So, of course, I have this huge box filled up of Xbox 360 games. There are some doubles in here because they did have two systems. So we'll just try and go through some of these, as I am so thrilled to add most of these games to my collection. So here we have this little preview disc. This is for the Xbox and Xbox 360. 7 demos for original Xbox and Xbox 360. This is the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas style. It says play it now. Disc works in Xbox 360 and the original Xbox. So you have Destroy All Humans 2, Need for Speed Carbon, and Aragon. So this is definitely pretty cool to add to the collection. Then we have this Just Dance Disney Party game, which some of these Disney games are definitely ones to be on the lookout for. So this is pretty cool. This is for the Kinect. Then another Kinect game, we have Just Dance Disney Party 2. So I'm definitely excited to add these ones to the collection. Then we have this copy of Shaun White Snowboarding. So this one is also complete. I just love these kind of snowboarding and these skateboarding style games that he has. this Brave game, so this is Disney Pixar Brave, better with the Kinect sensor. On to some Batman games. We have Batman Arkham City. So this one was a really fun one. This one is also a 3D compatible game. So that is pretty cool if you have a 3D television. Then we have this Lost Planet Extreme Condition. So I don't think I've actually played this series before. This one is the, I guess, regular version of this game, but it says Capcom right there. Then we have this Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. We have Advanced Warfighter. On to this Gears of War. This one is just the original. We have Mass Effect 3. On to Dishonored. We have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Copy of Titanfall. This copy of Grid. Copy of Madden 11. Then on to The Sims 3, which I always love playing these. I used to play them on the computer. This copy of Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. This copy of Rainbow Six Vegas. So another Tom Clancy game. Another copy of Grid, which I don't think I've played this racing game. There is another generic case of Grid. On to a couple copies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And there's actually two. This Dance Central 2 for the Kinect sensor. This Just Dance 3. Copy of Rock Revolution. And this game is just a loose disc. We have The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth. So just a generic case. Then on to some Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas. Such a fun game. This Sleeping Dogs game. Welcome to Hong Kong. Tear through Hong Kong and explore its criminal underbelly. Authentic martial arts action featuring intense gunfights and brutal takedowns. This Skate 3. Definitely another great series. This Halo 3. Copy of Gears of War. Another Call of Duty game. We have another copy of Call of Duty Ghosts. Two more copies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Copy of Army of Two. Dishonored. Gears of War 3. This World Series Poker. So Tournament of Champions. Then we have this UFC Undisputed 2009. The Beatles Rock Band. This copy of Dance Masters, and this is still sealed. This copy of Red Faction Guerrilla. Condemned 2 Bloodshot. Such a scary, kind of creepy style game made by Sega. So this one, I remember back then, it had some pretty crazy looking enemies in there. This copy of Sega Superstars Tennis, and then on the back we have this Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc. We have Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, copy of Homefront, Bioshock, another great series. We have this Bioshock 2 with this kind of shiny cover that we have. This copy of Bioshock Infinite. Another copy of Mass Effect. This is just the original one. Here is this game. This is Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2010. This one is the one that came with that gun. This is Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013. copy of Halo 3 ODST, another copy of Halo Reach, then on to these last games here, we have a copy of Dead Island, which is a great zombie horror survival style game. Then we have this copy of Dead Island Riptide. This is the special edition. And then right here we have this copy of Dead Island Riptide, but this is a steelbook. So this is the one that actually has the game in it. So this is definitely pretty sweet, as I love these steelbooks, and they're getting harder to find. This week was an amazing week. We had about $460 coming into this week, with the $30 that I spent at my Goodwill, and then another $50 on this pickup here. We're rolling into next week with about $380. So I can either decide to keep everything or go ahead and bundle tons of these double games that I have with one of these two systems and decide to go ahead and keep one of the others. So I scored so much stuff in this lot. All of these Xbox 360 games. We have about 73 games in this lot right here. We have this complete in box DJ Hero 2 with both turntables and a microphone. Then we have this gun right here for the Cabela hunting games. So right here, this is definitely pretty sweet. Just all of these controllers, all of these wires, cables, extras, just everything, even including an awesome steelbook in this pickup right here. So this is definitely pretty sweet to add all of this for such an amazing deal, only spending $80 on all of this right here and potentially making our money back plus some by selling tons of extra games. And if I find some of the Guitar Hero controllers, I can go ahead and bundle them with some of these games that I already have. So this is definitely pretty sweet, and I'm really excited to share all of this with you guys, share my journey with you guys, and let me know if you guys think I should play some of these games, some of the ones that I mentioned that I may not have actually played, or any of these must-plays in your collection, or any of these some of your favorite games. I really enjoyed the BioShock series, the Mass Effect series, just tons of these other games included. So just let me know in the comments below. And if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you never miss out as I do an update video every Thursday, whether I find something or not, and I just share this journey with you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned for next week's video, and I'm just so excited as I've been finding some amazing scores, amazing deals out there, sharing tips and tricks with you guys along the way. And of course, I'd love to hear any of your tips and tricks in the comments below, as I am constantly out there trying to add more items to the game collection, trying to grow this massive collection here, trying to do so on a budget in today's time. And it is possible, as you have seen. We have added so much stuff over these past months. That Sega Genesis collection, the Sega Dreamcast collection, all of that Nintendo Wii stuff, the Nintendo DS, the GameCube stuff, just so much stuff along the way. So of course, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.